At the heart of my work as an intern with Farming Falmouth has involved weaving together technical assistance in the organization's land projects and network, education and knowledge, mobilization, policy advocacy, and most importantly, reciprocal relationships. Like a living ecosystem, these strategies reinforce and sustain one another, ensuring that every avenue leading to land security is uplifted and centered. Land access and long-term success for farmers and land stewards means cultivating interconnectedness. What does this look like? An observation, Farming Falmouth's reimagination for land and social justice has shown itself from land protection and tenure, growing to feeding and sharing seats at our dining tables. This is a wraparound approach. The Falmouth Service Center is home to this alliance of ensuring land is used in care of those who cultivate deep reciprocal relationships with it. Here on the Cape, we hold equitable collaboration among people of various languages, abilities, religions, genders, and identities, as that is essential to the work of land sovereignty and liberation for communities of color. It was important to me and my mentor, Ron, that the distribution of food embrace this. Through recipe cards, clients at the Falmouth Service Center participate in mutual support, learned more about nutrition, connected with one another, and empowered themselves to interweave culture and solidarity. Despite barriers of language, shame that can cultivate from adversity, and understandably, the ability to bolt to the fresh produce line on a really hot, muggy afternoon. Many clients return with new skills in unique land care gardening that consisted of no-till and regenerative practices. Self-sufficient communities in this case means the sharing of knowledge. Land stewardship is not just an individual pursuit, but a collective and enduring movement. It is kin-centric and rooted in non-extractive relationships. Adjacent to this space is the Patch, and now stands as a farmland land trust. Fostering local food system also means providing farmers and stewards of all ages and generations with the ability to live on the land they cultivate food. And I stand here today not alone, as I come from a long lineage of Vietnamese and Chinese ancestry, who have facilitated the reasons for which I connect my academic career as stewardship. My childhood was spent among many Vietnamese adults balancing 2, 3, and even 4 jobs within the service industry to support their families. At my mother's nail salon, I watched women working as single mothers without second degrees pass their high school education, but never without wisdom. They lean back in those chairs, tired but never defeated, and share stories of sacrifice, fleeing war-torn countries, and of the quiet resilience in bending but never breaking. What I learned was that when the light hit just right, in the beds of my nails, I saw myself again, where the gel had yet to dull. I am reminded that life is nothing short of being dull as a steward in such places. Between the pages of 2 notebook covers, that was the salon's checking book, were family recipes, dosage of medication, and most importantly, the compulsive written letters on the dreams these women had yet to achieve. The word stewardship often comes in 3 sometimes overlapping definitions, but mostly revolving around farming, homesteading, environmentalism, conservation, and religion. And it makes sense. All these practices are, at least ideally, guided by the idea that human beings are obligated to, as the Merriam-Webster definition states, the careful and responsible management of something entrusted to our care. When I think about things entrusted to my care, my family, the wilting orchid in my living room, the relationships with my neighbors, my belongings, of course, I want to handle them all with careful and responsible management. But too often I allow the nobody has time for that narrative to seep in. Too often I find myself squeezing in too many things to steward, than only having scraps of time and energy to give each. While structural change can sometimes unfold rapidly, personal and societal transformation is a more gradual process, one that demands time, intention, and internal work. Ultimately, the most enduring and impactful transformation begins inside within each of us. So I've been thinking about the ways I can approach my life with more of a sense of careful stewardship. And the more I think about it, the more I realize there's no realm in which the concept of stewardship is off limits. From my home, the temple, the farming internship I've worked at, to my friendships and in the classroom, there are countless opportunities to practice good stewardship, even in small ways. Meaningful change often begins with subtle yet powerful self-examination. In many ways, all of this leads back to being a careful steward of ourselves. When I stepped in higher education, I arrived hungry to explore the vast world beyond myself. But sometimes in that pursuit, I overlooked the beauty within my reach. the quiet magic in everyday moments, the stories hidden in shared laughter, the lessons whispered in the kindness of those who walk beside us. This journey has taught me this: to truly learn is to see wonder, not just in distant horizons, but in the world right in front of us. It's in fact enough to want to save yourself. And if there's one legacy I hope to continue to lead for my family, it's this: a life devoted not only to discovery, but to connection, to learning with open hands, open eyes, and a heart ready to embrace the extraordinary in the ordinary. The precision of pain, adversity, and the blurriness of joy, there's a touch of longing. I implore my peers, the youth, to deeply, dangerously, and recklessly restore the world with your awe and wonder with education. And I'm just so much gratitude for Farming Falmouth and the community here. So thank you so much. Oh, and on August 30th, before I forget, the Patch will be having its first open farm day. It's 11 to 4, I believe, and everyone's welcome. And there's beds that are being built on Fridays, so if you want to volunteer at the service garden right behind Tony Andrews, Fridays are when we're all at the Patch, and it'd be great to see everybody. So thank you. Oh, yes, and we also have members of Farming Falmouth here: Sharon, Kurt, Ron, who's my mentor, and Jenny, who's been my farm mom, Patricia. These people literally have been my second family here in Falmouth. I've lived on Cape for 9 years, but based in Hyannis. I come from Oregon, and it really hasn't been until this summer where I got to meet people outside of the village, and it's just been such an honor and blessing, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Yeah, thank you. Much love.